everybody. I am Miss Nicole with Bloomfield Public Library, and I am here on this video to talk to you about summer reading this year. Many of you probably recognize me. I do a lot of programs at the library for you, and I come into the schools for a lot of activities. And normally, I would be visiting you in person to do my little summer reading talk. But this year there's a lot of things going on, so the video was the easiest way for me to get this information to you, and hopefully this will give you all the information you need about the summer and summer reading, because there's a lot going on. So first, I want to start by talking about the summer reading program itself. Our theme this year is Level Up at Your Library. It's a national theme, and it sort of implies gaming and technology, but interestingly enough, we are going to go very low tech this summer, and that will be for reasons I will explain in just a little bit. But normally, we would have you all create accounts online, and you would be logging all your books on the computer over the summer, and at the end of summer, we would have a raffle. Most of the way the program works are going to be the same. It's just going to be a lot easier for everybody to manage this year. This year, instead of logging books on the computer, creating an account, setting everything up, you are actually going to just use a paper log. So this actually comes from the Governor's Reading Challenge, which shares the same theme that we use. And it is also the challenge that the Board of Education would like all of the Bloomfield Public Schools to be using. But what's nice about this is it's very simple. Everybody's going to get a little paper journal, and inside the paper journal, you are just going to list the books you've been reading. And there's a few extra questions. One of the questions in your log is, did you participate, where's it? Right here, did you participate in any story walks this summer? And I wanted to flag that one for all of you because we're very excited that this year it's very easy for you to participate in a story walk. The Bloomfield Public Library has joined forces with the Philly Park Committee, and we have actually created a story walk in Philly Park in town. So if you go onto Scott Trail, which is a small horseshoe walk through the forest, about a half-mile long, you will actually get to read a story as you go along from start to finish. So we're very excited about that. So hopefully you will also check out the Bloomfield Public Library story walk at Philly Park this summer. But you want to make sure you hold on to this paper journal, because anybody going to the Bloomfield Public Schools is going to be required to submit this journal to your homeroom teacher at the end of summer. So you want to make sure you hold on to this. We will have plenty of extra copies at the library. So if you can't find the one that the school gives you at the end of the year, the public library can certainly give you a new one. And you're just going to track books you've read. For every book you read this summer, you will get to put a raffle ticket in one of our raffle bins at the library, and it'll be based on age group. But we are going to cap it at a certain level. So once you hit 5 totaled, that's going to be as many raffle tickets as you get, unless you also participate in an extra little challenge we have at the library this year, which is a bingo board. We have created a bingo board with a lot of little challenges on it, very simple challenges. Some of them are something as simple as watch the sunrise or sunset this summer. Some of them are just tell a friend about a good book you read. So they're very simple challenges. They are for adults and kids. So everybody, all ages, gets the same bingo board. And when you complete your first bingo, you will get your choice at a little tiny prize at the library. And then if you complete every single square on the bingo board, you can get an extra raffle ticket. So if you complete the bingo board, you can have a total of 6 raffle tickets, and that gives you one more shot at getting some really cool prizes at the end of summer. So what kind of prizes do we have this year? Well, because we're doing a gaming sort of theme this year, we thought it would be fun to have a gaming grand prize. So for kids and teens, the grand prize this year will be a Nintendo Switch Lite with carrying case. And we'll also have a variety of other smaller prizes. There'll be some gift cards. There'll be some smaller gaming items like yo-yos and Tamagotchi, which are the little digital pets. for our youngest patrons who can't play Nintendo Switch Lites, they will get, they'll have some fun coding toys that they can take home. So we've got a lot of fun prizes to give out at the end of summer. And all you have to do all summer long is to track those books and to put those raffle tickets in the bin. And you have a chance at winning some of those great prizes. But our summer reading program at the public library isn't just about giving out prizes. It's also about having a variety of really fun programs and activities over the course of the whole summer. And we've got some great stuff lined up for you this year. We've got a ton of craft programs for teens. We have a really neat Make a Minecraft bobblehead program for our tween group. I have Mystic Seaport Museum coming. They do fantastic programs. They're going to teach us all about the art of scrimshaw. And any kids attending will also have an opportunity to make your own scrimshaw. And if you don't know what scrimshaw is, you definitely should come to the program. We have a cup stacking challenge coming. We have story times. And for my Pokemon fans out there, I'm going to do a special Pokemon program this summer. And it's going to be off-site. It's called Pokemon in the Park. We're going to go to Philly Park and we're going to have a Pokemon scavenger hunt with prizes. So I'm just going to throw that one out there for my Pokemon fans. Our grand finale program will be a visit from Science Heroes. They do a storytelling program with a lot of live science demonstrations included, and that will be at our McMahon-Wintonberry Library. That will be the conclusion of summer, and following that, the very next week, we will actually do our prize raffle drawings and contact people who have won prizes in our raffles over the summer. So I mentioned earlier in my video that I had some additional updates for you. And I know a lot of people are wondering where we stand with our two town libraries. We have McMahon-Wintonberry Library, which is currently open. It's on Blue Hills Avenue, right next to the fire station, kind of across the street from Kentucky Fried Chicken, if you've never been there. And that library is currently opened and functioning. And if you haven't visited it yet, you will definitely get a chance to visit it this summer, because it will be our main location open all summer long. We have a brand new teen space in that library with swanky gaming computers, which people are always fighting over. We've got a lot of cool study pods. They're actually called pods. Study pods that you can request and borrow if you want a quieter space. We have a programming space in the library where all of our summer programming will happen. And there's even an outdoor space where we have some lawn space and we can do some outdoor programs, or you can come and just spread out a blanket and read a book outside if that's what you want to do. But some of you may be wondering, what about our other locations? Well, currently we also have a location at the Atrium, which is on the Cigna campus in the old MetLife building. That's our temporary library space. And as of June, that space will actually close down. And the reason for that, and this is very exciting, is that we are going to begin to do the final steps for setting up Prosser Library. And if you haven't been to the center of town, all of you should have been, but you may have seen that big construction project happening across the street from the White Church in the center of town. That's the new Prosser Library. And we are going to be working very hard this summer to get that ready to open at some point in August. So to just summarize, that means that this summer, the only library physical location that will be open is McMahon-Wintonberry Library. That is where everything will be happening. That is where you will bring us your raffle tickets. That is where we'll help you with any other summer reading information, where you would check out books. We will do programs there. That is where everything is happening this summer. The Atrium will be completely closed at some point in early June. And then our staff will be working very hard to get the Prosser Library set up and ready to open at some point in August, hopefully before everybody goes back to school. So that's the current plan for the library this summer. Now, because we've got so many things happening with the library locations this summer, I want to make an extra plea to my tweens and teens who borrowed manga and graphics from me when I came for a pop-up library back in March. We still have a lot of graphics and manga that have not been returned to Miss Crook in the library at Carmenares. So those of you who are out there who know you still have some manga and graphics, please try to return them before the end of the month, because we want to make sure that the moving men, when they come, we have actual professional movers who are going to take big, heavy boxes of books and take them from that Atrium location over to Prosser so we can begin setting up Prosser and shelving everything at Prosser. So it'd be great if we could have all those missing materials ready to go too as we're shelving things at Prosser. So again, if any of you still have books from Bloomfield Public Library that have been sort of stuffed in your locker or on your desk at home, please try to bring them in before the end of May, because we want to make sure that we have as many of those materials as possible to be part of these shipments of things that are going with the professional movers. And if you have any questions, or if you for some reason can't find something, you can always just give us a call too, so we know that something might be missing. And that's all the information we would need from you. You won't get in any trouble. I know a lot of kids always get worried that if something is lost or missing or damaged, that they're going to get in trouble. And you'd be surprised at how very understanding your public librarians are about these things. We're very friendly. So just come and tell us so we know that we can update the catalog. And that way we don't have kids who are looking for things that are never coming back. We can just make sure we get a new copy. Because everybody wants to be reading Solo Leveling Volume 1 or Demon Slayer or various other books. You know, the Hunger Games series at this time of year. But we want to make sure that if something is missing, we get new copies so that everybody can be borrowing and loving the same books. So just to summarize, at the end of school, you will go home with a paper journal from the school. They will send this home with you. You will be ready to go to Logbooks for summer reading. If you lose this or you misplace it, we have plenty of copies for you at the public library, and we'll also post it on our website on our summer reading tab, and you can just download and print from home if that's easier for you. But this is how you're tracking books this summer. You can do, for your first 5 books, we will give you raffle tickets at the public library where you have a chance to win some really cool prizes at the end of summer. If you finish our bingo board, you get an extra raffle ticket. So you might have a total of 6. But that's only if you finish the bingo board. And we've got great programs this summer. And then just as a reminder, the one and only library location that will be open in town as a public library will be our McMahon-Wintonberry Library. And that's on Blue Hills Avenue, right next to the fire station. That's the place you go for all of your fun this summer. All the books you want to read, the programs you want to attend, help with summer reading or to do the raffles. That's where you go this summer, McMahon-Wintonberry Library. And then hopefully by August, at some point in mid-August, you will get a chance to check out the brand new Prosser Library. We're very excited about that. And then one final reminder, if you still have books out, try to get them back. You can return them if you're to your school library, and I can make sure that I pick them up from there. I know Ms. Crook has a special box specifically at Carmen Aries where you can just drop your Bloomfield Public Library books. So we're trying to make it nice and easy for you. And as always, if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact me or anybody at Bloomfield Public Library, and we will be happy to answer your questions. My one final parting comment to all of you is that I want you to have fun reading this summer. As a librarian, that's my whole goal with summer reading. I want everybody to stock up on all those books and graphics and manga and things that you've been wanting to read all during the school year but maybe didn't have the time for, and now have fun with it. Now you've got the time. So I hope you guys all get to just load up on books or magazines or whatever it is you like to read and have fun reading this summer. And as always, if I don't see you before the end of the school year, congratulations on a great school year, and I hope to see you at the library this summer. Bye everybody, happy reading.